Hey everybody. So today we're going to be diving specifically into Einstein bots and starting off with some nomenclature. Einstein bots are very different from Einstein Copilot or anything else with regards towards Einstein within Salesforce. There are a lot of different instances of Einstein and a lot of different things that Einstein can do. In this instance, Einstein bots refer very specifically to individual customer-facing agents that you can build out in Service Cloud. So Einstein bots are very specifically for your service department and to support your service agents. The very first thing that we want to do is in our Salesforce organization, in our search bar, we want to type in Einstein. And then when you type in Einstein, you can see a whole bunch of things come up, which is exactly why I start off with the caveat of going into exactly what Einstein bots are in this instance. Because you can see there's Einstein Generative AI, Service Cloud Einstein, Einstein in general, Einstein Assessors, Einstein Platform, Einstein Sales, Einstein Search, etc. And then, so very specifically, we want under the Einstein Platform, Einstein bots. And so that's where we go here. And then from here, you have a few different options. You have My Bots, Bot Templates, Bot Blocks, and Smart Features. My Bots are the bots that you've created. And you can see here that I've created one bot here, which we'll check out in a second. Bot templates are templates that you've created, and you have a starter template, one starter template that it comes with, and then you can create new templates here, which we'll check out in a second. Bot blocks are very simplistically what you think of when you think of Salesforce elements. They're reusable block and reusable elements and blocks that you could utilize across bots. So add case comments, add agent transfer, check case status, close case, etc. These are like actions that you'll have lots of different bots that will perform different actions. Like, so for example, if you're building out a bot, in general, you're going to want your bot to build a check a case, right? So create a case, check a case, and close a case. So that's default here. And then if there's anything else that's like default behavior for your individual bots, you can build it out as a block. And then so very straightforward there as to how that works. And then smart features are essentially like it's a knowledge article, and then you can train your bot very specifically on your customer requests, and then to train it very specifically on Einstein and make it smarter as the bot goes on. So it's a training mechanism and a training feature. This is all very new. You can see even in my org, it's not activated yet. And then so there are steps that you need to enable and require. In this instance, you need knowledge articles in order to train and feed the bot in this instance. But then, so going back to My Bots, which is where we'll start, let's go ahead and create a new bot to start out with. And then so in this instance, you have two types of bots. You have your standard bot and your enhanced bot. And then so standard bots are you configure everything with regards towards the logic, and then enhanced bots are it utilizes flows for more flexible routing. In general, you're going to want to go, especially if this is like you're not used to setting up bots in general, you're going to want to go with enhanced bot. It's going to be easier overall. What I can tell you overall with the process of setting up bots is it's different than interacting with an LLM model, right? It's far different than interacting with an LLM model. These bots will be far more simplistic as to what they can say and what they can communicate. And then you need to set up every single aspect of their communication. So diving into that, let's go ahead and our only option here is to start from scratch. And then so we personalize our bot. We'll give it a bot name. And then so in this instance, we'll call it say a service test bot. And then immediately we can set it up for multiple languages, which is really cool, right? So if you're a world organization or doing business worldwide, you have multiple languages out of the box that you can set this up with, which is really cool. And then so then you have top actions. So by default, it's check my order, report a problem, and find a product. We're going to leave these here, but you can set these to whatever you like. And then so this comes into that customization, right? So from here, from jump, you want to customize this out in every single way possible because it's going to default, and these are going to be your options like forevermore, basically, right? So then we want to include that and then set that up. Then the next thing is we have an option to route bot conversations with omni-channel flow. And then so I had to turn this on by default within my org. So by default, you will not have this on within your org. And I think it's, especially when you're using bots and setting up bots, you'll want to turn this on. And then so what this allows the bot to do is to take actions across different channels, right? So then if it's a email, it can take action and then perform different steps across different channels and different flows. And then so it makes your flows just better and easier, and you can make them more robust. And then, so from here, it's the last step. So we're essentially moments away from setting up our bot. And then, so we're setting up some finishing touches here. And then, so we can check here. And then it's just going to go through and proceed and then set up these different elements, right? And then, so once there, we have our bot and it's all finished. And then we click finish, and then we're able to talk to our bot. And the very first thing that I want to set up and set your mind on very clearly within this is that this bot is not smart, right? So hi, how are you? Hi, I'm Service Test Bot, a digital assistant. You're going to get that type of feedback and that type of thing because that's all we have built out here, right? We don't have any sort of dialogue or actions or menu actions built out. And then so no matter what I say, basically, it's going to say this, right? Help, agent, human. See, no matter what, I was going to say it doesn't understand it because it doesn't have any logic built in, right? So like literally whatever we want this bot to do, we have to build out the logic within it. And then so very specifically within that, we have this option called dialog intent, right? And then so you see in this instance, I've typed in a few different things. I've typed in check order status, help, agent, and human. So this is a bot, right? The very first thing to recognize and realize about a bot is that it's not going to recognize and process information in nearly the same way that a human would or that you would expect a human to. And so you have to expect that and know that up front. So in this first instance, I typed in check order status, which could be exactly what we have set up, except for we don't have it set up within this particular instance, but we could have a check order status set up. We wouldn't have a help set up, right? And we wouldn't have an agent set up. We would have a transfer to agent set up, for example. So in this instance, without dialog intent enabled, if I typed in agent as opposed to transfer to agent, it would say, sorry, I didn't understand that, no matter what, right? But if I enable dialog intent and then I give it more intents, and then essentially with dialog intent, what it does is allows it to understand more of like the utterances, right? So you create utterances. So agent could equal transfer to agent, or transfer agent, or transfer me to an agent, please, etc. Right? And then so we set up and essentially the multiple different utterances that could equal transfer to agent, as opposed to just literally transfer to agent. And then so you do have to go down to this level of granularity, right? And then so literally everything that we want the model to understand, we have to give it a menu and dialogue within this tree, right? And then with the dialogue details, you can get complex with it. So it's not just dialogue, which is the benefit of this, right? So first of all, it's message. And then so message is very straightforward, and it's exactly as you would think, right? It's just creating a message, and then you enter your message here. But then you have other options that you can set up as well. You can have it ask for or have it attach a file. You can ask for dynamic questions, and then you can actually access the system, right? So you can do apex triggers, flows, knowledge feedback, all different types of stuff, call dialogues, all different types of agent actions. And then so that's the benefit within this, right? So if someone says transfer to agent, you could set this up so that it automatically enters into a round robin tree and then transfers to the next agent and then does that phone tree. And then so that's part of that omni-channel flow, right? That'll be part of that from email to chat to phone. And then that's why you want to set up omni-channel in that particular instance, and why it's important to set that up for your flows and have that all going through. But so you can set up that type of a dialogue flow within this. And then so again, Drawback being you have to set up each individual one of these dialog flows and exactly what you want it to do and the exact parameters, and you have to build out exactly each and every single one of them. So building out a bot is it takes some time, and you have to plan it out, and you have to know exactly what your goals are, what your customers are asking for, what types of questions that you want the bot to be able to answer, and then very simplistically, and then also give them a very easy way to transfer to agent or if they're confused, etc. Right? You don't want to make the bot a hassle for people. In the end, it's a fine line. And then so that's explicitly why these bots are built out this way, as opposed to like saying ChatGPT, for example. If it was built out to utilize like ChatGPT, it would be the exact opposite model, right? Where it gives you complete like freedom, and then people like could hack into it. It's less secure overall. That's the bottom line. Like the real bottom line around this is that the way that this is built out and the way that you can build out service bots in this instance is the most secure way that you can build out the bot possible. There's zero possibility that the bot is going to go off the rails, that's not going to do anything that you don't want it to do, that you don't program it to do, etc. It does take away a little bit of the AI aspect of it, but this is service bots overall, and then this is Einstein Bot Builder, and then an introduction and a demo overview of setting up Einstein bots. So thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you in future lectures and future courses.